My girlfriend said, "I told my parents we were engaged without asking you." I replied, "Congratulations." Then I showed up to their family dinner with a ring for someone else. Her mother nearly fainted when I made the announcement. I, a 29-year-old man, had been dating Jessica, 27, for about 18 months. Things were decent, not perfect, but comfortable. We had our issues, mostly her need to control every aspect of our relationship and her obsession with hitting milestones on her predetermined timeline. 2 weeks ago, she dropped a bomb while we were having coffee. "So, I told my parents we're engaged," she said, stirring her latte as casually as if she were discussing the weather. I nearly choked on my espresso. "You what?" They kept asking when you were going to propose, and honestly, it was getting embarrassing. We've been together long enough. I told them you proposed last weekend. "Jessica, we've never even talked about marriage." She waved her hand dismissively. "We're basically there anyway. You just need to catch up mentally. Besides, they're planning a big family dinner next Saturday to celebrate. Everyone will be there, aunts, uncles, cousins from out of state." I sat there, processing the sheer audacity. You created a fake engagement without asking me. It's not fake. It's just preemptive. You'll propose soon anyway. This just speeds things up. And if I don't... I asked, bewildered. She laughed, a real laugh. "Don't be ridiculous, Brett. Where else are you going? You're almost 30. It's time to grow up." I took a deep breath, counted to 5, and then said, "Congratulations on your engagement." She beamed. "See? I knew you'd come around." I didn't correct her assumption about what I meant. That night, I went home and did some serious thinking. Jessica had always been pushy, but this was next level. Creating a fake engagement, planning my life without my input, expecting me to just go along with it. Then I thought about Megan. Megan, 26, was my co-worker who had become a close friend over the past year. Smart, funny, and genuinely listened when I spoke. We'd grab drinks a few times after particularly rough days at work. Nothing inappropriate. I was with Jessica after all. But there was definitely a connection we both pretended didn't exist. I made a decision. Maybe not my best moment, but Jessica wanted to play games. Game on. Update 1. The last few days have been interesting. Jessica went into full Bridezilla mode despite not actually being engaged. She created a Pinterest board titled Our Dream Wedding and shared it with me. 347 pins in 3 days. She even started wearing a fake engagement ring she bought for herself, telling everyone I was getting it resized. Her mom, Dorothy, called me directly. "Brett, I'm so happy. Jessica said you did the most romantic proposal at the Botanical Gardens." "Did she now?" "Yes, though she mentioned you were too excited to take photos. You must recreate it so we can share it with everyone. The family is so excited for Saturday's dinner. Jessica's grandmother is flying in from Arizona. Great. An audience. Meanwhile, I had lunch with Megan on Tuesday and told her everything." "She did what?" Megan almost spat out her sandwich. "She just decided you're engaged?" "Yep. Apparently. She already has names picked out for our kids." "That's insane. That's genuinely concerning behavior." "I know." We sat in silence for a moment. "Want to hear something crazy?" I asked. "Crazier than your fake engagement?" I was considering breaking up with her before this happened. This just sealed it. Megan looked at me carefully. "Yeah, she doesn't actually see you, you know. She sees this idea of who she wants you to be. Husband by 30, father by 32. Her whole life planned out with you as a supporting character. You deserve better than that." "I know. I think I finally realized that." There was a pause. Then Megan said something that changed everything. "My ex did something similar. Not as extreme. But he told his whole family we were moving in together without asking me. He even put a deposit on an apartment." "What did you do?" "I showed up to his family barbecue with a U-Haul to help my actual roommate move. His mom was very confused when I introduced my new female roommate. We both laughed, and then I got an idea. A terrible, wonderful, probably gonna hell idea. Megan, How would you like to come to a family dinner on Saturday? As your friend? As my girlfriend, I replied, raising an eyebrow. You want me to pretend to be your girlfriend at your fake fiancé's family dinner? No, I want to actually ask you out for real. And if you say yes, I want you to come to dinner where I'll be breaking up with Jessica and tell her family the truth. That's insane, petty, and cruel. I was going to say bold, she grinned. Also yes to all three, but Jessica started this game. I've been waiting for you to be single for 8 months, Brett. Update 2. Saturday arrived like a hurricane in slow motion. Jessica texted me 31 times with instructions for the dinner. What to wear, she picked out a blue button-down for me. What to say, she wrote talking points. And what ring size to mention, she helpfully included her measurements. I wore a black shirt instead. It was a small rebellion, but it felt good. At 4 p.m., I picked up Megan. She looked fantastic. Professional but not overdressed. She also brought something interesting, a small jewelry box. What's that? You'll see. It was my grandmother's. Think of it as a prop for maximum impact. We drove to Jessica's parents' house. The driveway was packed. She wasn't kidding about the whole family being there. I could see balloons through the window and a congratulations banner across the porch. Last chance to back out. I told Megan, "Are you kidding? This is the most interesting Saturday I've had in years." Jessica met us at the door. Her face shifted from excitement to confusion to fury in about 2 seconds. "Who is this?" "This is Megan, your co-worker," I said, as if the word tasted bad. "My girlfriend." The silence was deafening. Then Jessica laughed, that same dismissive laugh from the coffee shop. "Very funny, Brett. Stop joking around and come in. Everyone's waiting." She turned to Megan. "I don't know what he told you, but this is a family event." "I know," Megan said cheerfully. "Brett invited me to meet everyone." Jessica grabbed my arm, her nails digging in. "Kitchen now." We left Megan in the foyer and went to the kitchen where Jessica absolutely exploded. "What the hell are you doing? Breaking up with you?" "What? You can't break up with me. We're engaged. My whole family is here." "We're not engaged, Jessica. You made that up. You decided to lie to your family without asking me." "It wasn't a lie. It was just advancing the timeline." "It was a lie. And I'm done. I'm going to go out there, tell your family the truth, and leave." "You wouldn't dare." I started to leave, but she grabbed me again. "I'll tell everyone you're having a mental breakdown, that you're unstable. They'll believe me over you." "Okay, that's it," I said. "Tell them whatever you want after I leave." I walked back to the living room where about 20 people were gathered. Dorothy rushed over. "Brett, we were wondering where you were. Help! And who's your friend?" The room quieted down. Jessica appeared behind me, her face flushed but trying to smile. "Everyone," I said loud enough for all to hear. "I need to clear something up. Jessica and I are not engaged." Gasps, confused murmurs. Dorothy's smile froze. "I never proposed. Jessica told you all I did without discussing it with me. She created this entire narrative without my knowledge or consent." "That's not," Jessica started. "This is Megan," I continued, taking Megan's hand. "My girlfriend? My actual girlfriend who I asked out after I decided to end things with Jessica." The room erupted. Jessica's dad stood up. Her grandmother dropped her wine glass. Dorothy looked like she might faint. I never realized how satisfying this would be. I said, "I never proposed. Jessica created this whole story without my consent." Chaos followed as everyone reacted to the news. Update 3. The aftermath was intense. First, let me clarify. Megan and I aren't actually engaged. That was pure theater on her part. The ring was her grandmother's, but she was just borrowing for effect. We are actually dating now, though. Pretending to get engaged at your ex's fake engagement party makes for a great first date story. But back to Saturday night. After Megan's surprise proposal, Dorothy actually fainted, like fully swooned into her husband's arms. Jessica screamed, a primal shriek of rage. Her dad started yelling about disrespect and cruel jokes. Jessica's cousin filmed the whole thing, and it's already got over 2 million views on TikTok. We left immediately, obviously, but not before Jessica's grandmother pulled me aside and whispered, "Good for you, son." Jessica has been lying about boyfriends since high school. The drive home was surreal. Megan was laughing so hard she cried, ruining her mascara. "I can't believe you did that." I said, "I can't believe you said yes." "You really committed to the bit," I said. We stopped for dinner at a 24-hour diner, still buzzing with adrenaline. That's when my phone started blowing up. I had 62 missed calls and 89 texts. Dorothy was calling. 15 missed calls. Various family members sent 30-plus texts with familiar highlights. "You ruined my life. That stunt was cruel and abusive. I'm going to sue you for emotional distress. Everyone thinks I'm a pathological liar now. Answer your phone. I know you're reading these." Megan's favorite was from Jessica's sister, Riley, who had only met me twice. Jessica finally got called out. She told everyone she was pregnant at my wedding to steal attention. This was karma. Sunday morning, Jessica banged on my door at 7 a.m. "Brett, open this door. We need to talk." I opened it but kept the chain on. "No, we don't. You owe me an apology." "For what?" "For humiliating me by bringing that woman to my celebration." "You mean the fake celebration?" "For the fake engagement you created without asking me." "It wasn't fake. We were going to get engaged." "No, Jessica. You decided we were getting engaged. You never asked what I wanted, because I knew what was best for us. And that right there is why we're done." She tried a different approach. Tears. "Brett, please. I love you. We can work this out. I'll go to therapy." "Good. You should. But not for me. For yourself. I already told everyone at work we're engaged. Then you'll have to untell them. This is all your fault, Brett. You announce a fake engagement. You have zero credibility." I replied. "Also, your cousin's TikTok video clearly shows what actually happened." That's when she really lost it. She started screaming about lawsuits, defamation, and emotional distress. I closed the door and called building security. They escorted her out. Then came Monday. Jessica attempted to file a restraining order against me for emotional abuse and harassment. The officer who came to serve me the paperwork laughed when I showed him the text and the TikTok video. "Sir, she created a false engagement, and you broke up with her at dinner pretty much. And she's filing against you?" "Yep." He shook his head. "You want a counterfile. This is clearly retaliatory." Jessica also called my workplace, claiming I was mentally unstable and dangerous. Unfortunately for her, Megan works in HR. She pulled a recording of the call. Jessica explicitly stated multiple times, "I'm his fiancé." When HR checked our emergency contacts, Jessica wasn't even listed. My boss called me in, more amused and concerned. "So, interesting weekend." "You could say that." "The woman who called seemed very upset about your engagement to someone else." "She was never my fiancée." I clarified. "She told people we were engaged without asking me. That's concerning behavior." "Indeed. Hence why I'm now dating Megan from HR instead. Smart move." Also, legal said if she calls again, we're filing harassment charges. Final update. It's been a week since the dinner incident. Jessica's restraining order was dismissed. The judge literally said, "Ma'am, you created a fraudulent engagement and are now harassing your ex for leaving you." Case dismissed. She tried to counterfile for defamation because of the TikTok video. Her own cousin filmed what actually happened. The lawyer she consulted told her she had no case and charged her $500 for consultation. Dorothy called me one last time. "Brett, I need to apologize. Riley told us about other times Jessica has done things like this. We enabled her. I'm sorry you got caught up in it." "Thanks, Dorothy. I hope Jessica gets help." She's in therapy now, court mandated after she vandalized Megan's car. Oh, yeah. Didn't mention that. Jessica found out where Megan lived and spray-painted homewrecker on her Honda Civic in bright pink in front of 3 security cameras. Megan is obviously pressing charges. That vandalism got Jessica arrested. She spent a night in jail before Dorothy bailed her out. She's facing criminal mischief charges and has to pay for the damages. About $3,000 for a new paint job. But the best part? Jessica's company saw the TikTok video. Someone tagged them. They have a social media morality clause. Creating a fake engagement, and the ensuing meltdown apparently violated it. She got fired. Last I heard, she moved back in with her parents, still posting on Instagram about surviving narcissistic abuse and healing from trauma. She also started a blog called When Love Bombing Goes Wrong, trying to portray herself as the victim. It has 4 readers, all family members. Meanwhile, Megan and I are doing great. We're taking things slow despite our dramatic start. We laugh about it constantly. Her grandma wants the ring back, though. It turns out it's worth about $15. Megan just grabbed it for the drama, not knowing its value. My buddies think I'm a legend. My mom thinks I'm an idiot. Both are probably right. Looking back, could I have handled it better? Sure. Could I have just quietly broken up with Jessica and moved on? Absolutely. But she created an entire fictional engagement, told her whole family, and tried to trap me into a marriage I never agreed to. She played a foolish game and won a foolish prize. The TikTok is up to 5 million views now. Someone added the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme to it. Jessica's shriek when Megan pulled out the ring has become a meme. There's already merchandise. Megan is thinking about getting t-shirts made that say, "I proposed at my boyfriend's fake engagement party, and all I got was this restraining order." Proceeds would go to a domestic violence shelter because, unlike Jessica, we know what actual abuse looks like. Do I regret it? Nah. Jessica thought she could manipulate me into her perfect little life plan. She learned that some people don't follow scripts. Plus, I've got a great girlfriend now who understands that relationships require input from both people, not just one person's fantasy. Though we've agreed on one thing: no more surprise proposals, real or fake. Edit, since everyone is asking. Yes, the cousin monetized the TikTok. She's donating Jessica's portion to a workshop on honesty in relationships. Jessica threatened to sue her too. The cousin just laughed. Edit 2, Megan says, "Hi." She's reading over my shoulder and laughing at your comments. Her favorite. This is the most justified reverse Uno card I've ever seen. Edit 3. No, we're not actually engaged. We've been dating exactly 1 week, though. Megan jokes that we're pre-engaged just to mess with people. Peace out, Reddit. Thanks for reading this insanity. Remember, if someone tries to plan your life without your input, run. Or bring a +1 with a ring. Your choice.